Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and in this video, I want to help you guys try to find the next AMC stock. And when I say the next, I'm talking about a stock that has the potential to short squeeze. And so I want to take you guys back in history to a moment where I created a video saying AMC could have a major short squeeze. This was on January 18th, and I'm going to go over the process, how I found AMC, and how I'm finding a lot of similarities with this stock that I'm going to talk about right now. So in this video, you could see I was looking at a site that goes over the highest shorted stocks and the ones with the high short interest. And so at this time in recording, we had AMC trading at $2.33. And so in this video, I was talking about this major short squeeze, $2.33. Where is AMC stock today? At close today, AMC finished at $62, after hours at $70. Now this was a video I made at $2.33, and so there's a lot of people that are hopping on the bandwagon now, not forgetting who kind of brought everybody onto the map here with AMC. And so I'm not saying I'm the only one that was saying that this was going to happen when it did, but I do want people to understand that I was on this a lot earlier than a lot of the people that you guys have been watching. And so here I am today, back on a hunt to find the next stock that could potentially squeeze. And so first thing I do is I go to high short interest stocks, and immediately what catches my eye is Workhorse Group. So for looking at the short interest, it is not as high as what GameStop was and what AMC was, and what kind of gravitated me towards AMC. If I bring us back to this video right here, was the short interest was a lot higher, but our float was also a lot smaller, so it's easier for people to make the push on AMC. And so I kind of like the numbers around AMC, which is why I had a hunch that we were going to have a massive squeeze, and here we are today. We are in squeeze mode. So now I'm looking at Workhorse right now with a little bit less of a short interest than what AMC had. We're at 41, still the highest of all stocks right now. The flow is about double of what AMC was. So again, a lot more shares means it's going to be harder to squeeze, but if you have people that are holding and buying up, the squeeze could be absolutely massive. And so once I find a stock that I'm potentially looking at for another short squeeze play, I have to look at the stock chart, and there's certain things on a chart that I want to see that should give me more conviction. And so the first thing on Workhorse's chart that gives me conviction here is the accumulation over distribution. So essentially what that means is when this line is going up, people are accumulating Workhorse. And so what we've seen steadily in this stock is a continuous amount of accumulation. And so if I cover up the stock chart right here, it would make me believe that the stock has been going up steadily. However, that is actually the opposite of what's been going on. We had a strong run, but then we had a massive sell-off. So if we're looking at this point in time, what the accumulation was, let's just go back right here. We were trading around $30. If we go back right here, again, we were trading around $22.25. But today we're trading at $11.52. And so why is this such a great opportunity? When you see such divergence on a chart, when you see continued accumulation and people not selling their shares, it means that this is eventually going to correct itself, and it is going to follow exactly what's been happening. And so with increased accumulation, we should be seeing increased share price. And now remember, this is the most shorted stock right now. So it being the most shorted stock with crazy accumulation, and it's trading at very low levels relative to what it should be at according to our accumulation over distribution, Workhorse looks primed for a major squeeze, and I'm not done yet. If we look at the chart a little bit closer, we have a gap to fill to the upside at around $31.20. And so that is three things on this chart that make me absolutely bullish on this case for a short squeeze. And so I tweeted out today that I bought some Workhorse today. It's the highest short interest of any stock right now. Gap to fill at $31. It is a speculation play for me, but we've done it once with AMC, and we're trying to do it here again with Workhorse. And so if we're looking at already after hours, we're squeezing in the aftermarket, and so we could expect a pullback. However, our RSI is still at a 60, still a lot of room to run. We are getting getting to a point now where we closed above our 50 SMA. So that right there in itself was extremely bullish. And so I bought into Workhorse at $11 in anticipation of us closing above our 50 SMA. And so I'm extremely ecstatic that we actually did close above. And so you can already see after hours, we are starting to go crazy. And so I do have a price target right now of around $31 for Workhorse off of this short squeeze. Will we get there? I'm not a fortune teller, so I can't say that we will. But again, I have put my money into Workhorse because of all of the factors that are making me bullish on a short squeeze. It is the highest shorted stock right now in the stock market. It has seen steady accumulation even though our stock price has been selling off. We have a gap to fill to the upside at around $31. And again, Workhorse is different from AMC because Workhorse is actually a growth stock, whereas AMC's business model was starting to diminish. It was a business model that was starting to age a little bit, wasn't going to fit into the modern societal norms that we are following right now, whereas Workhorse actually has a very bright future ahead of it. And so that gave me another reason to hold Workhorse very comfortably, because even if we don't squeeze today, tomorrow, or the next day, this accumulation is letting me know that this stock price is eventually going to run. And because of this gap fill, I believe there's a high probability it gets to that $31 level. And because it's a growth stock, any sort of good news we can get out of Workhorse will just lead us as a major catalyst to the upside. And so I'm here letting you guys know that I've been watching Workhorse very closely for a long time. I love to see divergence on my accumulation over distribution and on my stock price. And you can see, since this has been going up, this has been actually going down, and so that's clear divergence on this chart. I was actually going to buy Workhorse last week at around $7. In hindsight, I probably should have bought then. However, I am not going to be mad at that fact, because even though I was talking about AMC at $2.33, I like to see price confirmation before I hop in. So when I made that video, it was speculation, but then I hopped in the day before we went up 300%, around $4.94. And so same thing here with Workhorse. We were getting to our 50 SMA, and I did have a feeling that with the volume that we were seeing, we were going to close above and it would sustain another run the next couple of days. And so I did end up hopping in here at around $11 on Workhorse in anticipation of another squeeze. And so a lot of the meme stocks are back in the limelight. We're starting to see a lot of them squeeze again. And so because a lot of these other stocks are squeezing, it's just a phenomenon that is normal to happen with a lot of these other stocks. And so money is starting to flow back into the stock market while crypto is down right now. And we are starting to see some major runs for a lot of companies that people didn't think were going to make it. But again, a lot of the companies that have been squeezing are very old style businesses that were on the verge of bankruptcy, whereas a Workhorse actually has a very strong potential to dominate the EV space in the future, at least some segment of it. And so when I'm looking at the prices right now and I'm looking at everything that's going on, this is a play that I believe everybody should have on the radar. You can already see after hours we're up $2. And so Workhorse is that next play that I believe is going to have a massive run. You should have it on your watch. And so overall, Workhorse, I bought today. Let me know if you guys bought Workhorse or if you're holding Workhorse and what you believe the future prospects for the stock are. So if you guys enjoyed this update video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs. So if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.